Wrestlegate Pro Heavyweight Champion begins tonight in Nottingham as we bring to you the first ever Emerald Grand Prix.
We were talking earlier on before the show today. We were looking up the bios. We were talking with the people in the back. This man has possibly the single most appropriate nickname in the history of wrestling. You want to know what that nickname is, people? His nickname is Big. Now, he's not the only big man here who's going to dwarf Rampage. Ishikawa is huge.
Yeah, and Rampage just found out how difficult it is going to be against both of these big men, because you saw there a shoulder block did not knock Big Joe Doering off his feet, didn't even come close to it, whereas the shoulder block from Doering, you see there, at least temporarily sends Rampage down.
How often do you see Rampage Brown do a kip-up?
He's definitely fired up for this one. They're replying to each other's chops in kind. This is going to be flesh battering flesh all night in A block. Rampage trying to fight back here. Once more, Rampage in a situation that he's not familiar with, struggling to get an opponent onto his shoulders.
Well, Doering must be what, 6'7", 6'8"?
Oh, at least he is a mountain of a man. When you get in that Boston Crab, it is all the more excruciating as Rampage is finding out here. Rampage Brown struggling with Rampage in the submission. Rampage struggling to the bottom rope and gets there.
That is going to come back to haunt Rampage, I swear.
Yeah, I think the fact that Rampage was able to finally adjust his body position, as you say, allowed him that little bit of leverage to reach the bottom rope. That could be a game changer for Rampage.
Oh, what did I say about corners on the ring post?
Reverse to the Irish whip. Rampage goes hard into that corner. Big boot goes up. Rampage, second turnbuckle. Shoulder block sends Doering down.
What's scary though is this is the point where Rampage is actually moving like, oh my God!
Spinebuster might not be moving at all after that. The spinebuster from Doering. Doering to pick up an important first win. Rampage gets out. Oh, counter.
I'm guessing that was pure adrenaline. Stops what looks like it was going to be in a clothesline. Couple of big boots.
Now Rampage going to look for the pile driver. Rampage
he is not.
Pile driver.
He is not. He's
got him.
I don't believe it.
How did he get Doering off the canvas for the pile driver?
That's
Rampage picks up the win. A crucial 2 points for Rampage Brown, which means he is just one victory away from cementing his place in that championship match in October.
A triple threat between Martin Kirby, Sean Kustom and Scotty Davis.
You're probably well aware of Kirby from his matches in Defiant, but this match will introduce you to two fantastic up-and-coming wrestlers.
Sean Kustom has come to the UK from the increasingly hot Australian scene and is really starting to make a name for himself here in Great Britain.
And Scotty Davis, again, no relation to me, comes from the recently rich tradition of British wrestlers who hit really, really hard and have excellent moustaches. Enjoy.
Martin Kirby, one of the most charismatic individuals in all of British wrestling, a veteran of the UK scene. Surely it was inevitable that sooner rather than later Martin Kirby would find his way into a Wrestlegate Pro ring, and that night has arrived.
Now, he is most definitely the wild card in this match. I know for a fact you have experience of commentating on and watching Martin Kirby in ring. My experience with him goes back to a point where we both had hair, which gives you an idea how long ago it is.
I'm not sure Martin Kirby ever had hair, did he?
Oh, yes, he did at one point in time.
Well, Kirby being checked by our official. All three men ready to roll here. in this second match of the night. As we said, non-tournament match. We'll have the first match from B block coming up immediately after this. Handshakes all round, bell rings, we're underway.
Now, it is good to see sportspersonship in a wrestling ring, and I do use that term for a very specific reason. I'll get into that another time. But as I say, this is going to be initially the feeling out process. Scotty Davis is going to be kind of an interesting one for both of these guys because I don't think they are familiar with him. Kirby, well, you can check out his greatest hits on practically any video-on-demand service, and soon on our video-on-demand service too.
Look at this now. These two ganging up on Kirby. Kirby says it's not fair. Well, that's the nature of the beast in a three-way match. You get temporary alliances. That is what has happened. So Kirby, if anything, you should take it as a compliment. They obviously, the other two see him as a big threat, so they're going to try and gang up on him here.
Well, you know, he's had moments of nefariousness and deviousness in his history.
That is being very polite.
I thought that was.
Kirby gets a 1 count. Sweeps the leg of Davies, another 1 count.
And they both sweep the leg this time, and
double 2 count. I don't know what would happen if that was a 3 count. Would be a joint winners of this three-way match?
well, if that was a double 2 count, doesn't that make it a 4 count?
Yes, it does.
Okay, moving swiftly along.
Well, Kirby looking just as befuddled as we are there as he gets back to his feet, and I think is that alliance between Kustom and Davies going to continue, or has that one given up the ghost already?
Well, I'm gonna, there. That's what I was about to say. That's a smart move. You have to eliminate one of your opponents from the match, if not completely, then obviously temporarily, so that you can work on the other opponent, soften them up, find a chink in their armor, slow them down, whatever it is that you need to do.
Well, that'll slow down Kustom. The Tilton Well head scissors takedown.
Oh, nicely done by Davis there.
Davies so agile. We said
Oh!
so he's 18 years of age. Spinning.
That was like a reverse crossroads.
Yeah, kind of was. Calls that the supremacy.
And a kip up.
Davis unloading here with those strikes on Sean Kustom. Kustom leaping over the top here. Shoulder roll from Kustom. Davis the right big leapfrog. And he thunder from down under. Drop kick from Kustom.
Beautiful shotgun drop kick. Both feet flush on the chest, onto the chin.
Kustom with a big chop across the chest to Davies.
And Davies is going to be feeling that. I don't know if you've noticed the state of his chest. He got chopped something rotten in a previous match earlier on this week. Left-hand side of his upper chest just looks like chopped liver. He also has a major black eye. I questioned him about that earlier. That's from a match about 2 or 3 days ago. And meanwhile, customers decided that...
Now from Kustom. Kustom doing a headstand in the corner, lured Kirby in. Kirby should know better than that as he gets pushed away by the legs of Kustom. And Enziguri around the back of the head of Kirby, followed by the neck breaker from Kustom. Kustom will go for the cover. Left leg hooked.
Oh!
Thunder from down under gets a 2 count on Kirby.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, all that time he spent upside down, was that him feeling homesick?
Behave yourself.
Oh, big open right hand on Kirby's head. Oh, I'm not too sure whether he's catching the jaw or the ear. Either way, that's and a knife edge chop.
Kustom, such a hard striker when he gets going as the roll through from Davies trying to take Kustom by surprise. Shoulder thrust into Kirby. I'm not sure Davies knew much about that. To be honest, he gets rolled up for a 2 count.
This is pretty much blind man's buff at the moment. Nobody knows where the attacks are coming from. They're all trying to deal with what's hitting them, what they're getting hit with.
I'm not sure Kirby, I'm not sure that's a sustainable plan, Kirby, for breaking up these pinfalls. Kirby is kind of playing seesaw with his 2 opponents and finally knocks him out with a drop kick.
Okay, normally I would just fill this up with some kind of astute observation, but what the actual? Big scoop slam.
Yeah, body slam.
Big scoop slam.
Second one.
Oh no, oh no.
Oh, this Zoidberg elbow, I have been commentating on Martin Kirby matches for many, many years. I have seen it work a grand total of 1 time ever. Will this be 2? Kirby, no.
No! Have you ever seen Delirious wrestle? Have you ever heard him call for the in vitro fertilization? Have you ever seen him hit it?
Well, it's a similar situation.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, Kirby with an ill-advised attempt at a double Zoidberg elbow. Send Davies and Kustom colliding with each other. A double crucifix pin
that's
attempt.
nice.
That is innovative from Kirby. Double kick out on 2, keeps the match alive.
And a double drop kick, and that puts Kirby down on his keister.
Yeah. Once again, Kirby finds himself the 1 in a 2-on-1 situation within this three-way match.
Oh!
Shot right in the throat from Davies.
Oh, and from Kustom. Are they just going to open him up now? Go on, open up on him. You want to. You know you want to. Oh!
Yeah, I think Davies needs asking twice. Kustom's going to take his turn, apparently. Kustom depositing Kirby on the top turnbuckle. Now Davies going to join him up there. Hang on now. Well, now the descent setting in between Kustom and Davies.
This is what happens when you have two men with hair in a ring with a man without hair. It's hair envy. That's what it is.
You think that's what this is about?
Oh, yes, it's hair envy. Oh, Jabba!
Right to the pin for Kirby. Well, he's temporarily these shoulders down for Davies. I think Kustom got the worst of that, to be honest. Kustom.
So that was a sunset flip into a fisherman's suplex, and everybody is out on their feet.
Except Kirby, apparently. Kirby with the fireman's carry position on Davies. Davies wriggled his way free. Davies!
Oh, good gods!
He's caught Kirby there. Now Kirby to the outside.
Oh!
Drop kick from the apron sends Kirby out onto the arena floor. Scotty Davies in control. He'll go to the ropes. And Davies!
Oh my God!
Free flop over the top onto Kirby. What athleticism from Scotty Davies.
I was going to say that was more insane. Oh, good gods! Shooting star. I think that was a shooting star double shoulder tackle on the outside.
Becoming a game of can you top this in this three-way match?
If somebody brings out a can of gasoline in a match, I'm leaving. That's it, end of. We're not doing Daffy Duck here.
Kustom gets pulled off of the turnbuckle.
Oh!
Uranagi right on the ring apron. Here comes Kustom. Kustom on the top turnbuckle. Kirby in a dangerous part of town. There's a front splash
hits.
Kustom,
Follow up,
yeah,
follow up.
Hurt his ribs. There's a pause there before he made the cover, and that gave Davies a chance.
Gut-wrench German releases it. Kirby now rolls to the outside.
Incredible
Davies.
strength from the deadlift position there as well.
Oh. Knee shot. Couple of palm strikes, a chop. Oh.
Davies has been so impressive here, hasn't he? On his
has.
Wrestlegate Pro debut.
Oh, yes!
The moonsault onto Kustom. Kustom shoulders down for 2. And now look, Kustom he's trying to pick him up there was Davies.
Looked like he was going to go for a fisherman buster. Whips Kirby into the corner. Kirby blocks, double stomp.
Kirby
floats
rolls
it over.
through.
Neckbreaker!
Big neckbreaker from Kirby, the head of Davies bouncing off the canvas.
Oh, rocker dropper!
And the cover from Kirby on Davies. Davies kicked out to keep this three-way alive. Kustom was nowhere near, so Davies had to get out of that one on his own.
Considering the abuse that Davies has taken over the past few days, I am very, very impressed with how he's dealing with everything he's been hit with at the moment.
We ended up in position here.
Oh!
Kirby's head dropped across the knee of Kustom. Kustom looking for the Kustom buster.
Oh! Is that a Falcon Arrow or Michinoku? Either way, it's a 2 count.
Thunderbuster, excuse me.
Thunderbuster, thank you very much.
Beg your pardon. All 3 men down. Exhilarating three-way action here at Wrestlegate Pro. Crowd are well into this.
I'm just going to point out as well, because Dave has just reminded me, I just watched him quickly wipe his brow. The heat in here, it's not stifling yet, but it's getting that way. And think about all the lights that are around the ring, and these 3 guys have not been going at anything less than 60 miles an hour the entire time.
Yeah, the hottest part of the building, because that's where the lights are all pointing, of course, is the center of that ring, and these guys have been having quite the cardio workout, to say the least.
Oh, yeah. They are definitely going to need to rehydrate in the back, and there may be at least 1 Snickers in it for somebody. Oh, uppercut!
Yeah, what an uppercut.
Oh! Spinning heel kick.
Yeah,
and an enziguri!
The post-mortem kick from Davis, the enziguri from Kirby. That's the think quick from Kustom.
Oh!
The cover from Kustom, and Kustom is your winner.
Now, I'm going to say this here and now. It may be Sean Kustom who's getting the W, but for my money, Scotty Davis has got to walk out of here feeling like a winner as well. He matched these two veterans, point for point, strike for strike, all the way through this match.
Yeah, and Scotty Davis on his Wrestlegate Pro debut, same as Martin Kirby, both of them impressing, but ultimately it's W's and L's that count, and the win tonight here at the Emerald Grand Prix goes to Sean Kustom. A deeply unpleasant young man, but also an exceptionally talented one.
Of late, he has taken to referring to himself as the young bull. Well, you know what? One of those words is completely accurate.
From Nottingham, he is the young bull, Gabriel Kidd.
Gabriel Kidd made his Wrestlegate Pro debut at Lion Spirit back in May, where he got a very impressive singles victory over Niwa. And Kidd now, partly by virtue of that result, impressing Wrestlegate Pro management. He has been entered into the Emerald Grand Prix, still just 22 years of age.
But I think his opponent is going to have something to say about that, because he has got a whole host of firsts in his resume.
I was speaking to Jody Fleisch earlier today, and he was unfamiliar with Gabriel Kidd. He's never competed against him. This is a first time ever singles match to kick off B block. What a match it is. Sure, lots of people watching will know all about Jody Fleisch. He's a real trailblazer in British wrestling. He's been around the scene for a couple of decades now. So really, the veteran against the youngster here, and two clashing styles as well. But let me ask you this, El, because that's an important point. Pound for pound, and Fleisch is by some distance physically the smallest of the six men in this entire tournament, and as good as he might be, as experienced as he is, as much of a legend in British wrestling as he is that a disadvantage that is insurmountable?
I would say in this particular instance, no, it is not a disadvantage, and I'll tell you why. Because he is the smallest, he is the lightest. Being the lightest, he is carrying less weight. If he's carrying less weight, the cardio is not as much of an issue. Compare him to Doering, there's no contest. Doering would be a sprinter, Fleisch would be a marathon runner.
Bell rings, B-block underway, here we go. Gabriel Kidd, Jody Fleisch. Young bull against the Phoenix, and they're going to start with a double knuckle lock, but Kidd lured him in there and now takes him down by the left arm. Fleisch using that quickness you were talking about, trying to take Kidd down by the leg, successfully does so. To get an ankle lock, it looks like, and Kidd had to get to the bottom rope to stop that from happening.
Well, we've gone from wrist control to ankle control, and as anyone who knows grappling will tell you, if you can maintain control of a specific joint, you can control your opponent, wrists or ankles. Back down to the mats, and again, Kidd goes back to that wrist.
Kidd has been very well thought of, certainly in terms of his in-ring ability, if not his attitude. In the past couple of years, he's been on the radar of many of the top Japanese companies, New Japan among them. And now the wrist lock applied. Gabriel Kidd, as you say, trying to maintain control over Jody Fleisch, keep him grounded essentially, stop him from hitting any of that acrobatic stuff, the high-flying antics that Fleisch is so well known for.
And there is a perfect example of it. Floats out, goes back to the rear waist control. Now Gabriel should try to go for a standing switch, in my opinion. Baited by the foot.
Wheelbarrow position, and a counter by Fleisch. The shoulders down from the victory roll for a 2 count. And look at this from Kidd.
And Kidd takes a powder.
The baggage of this attitude he brings to the ring. He thought about bringing a chair in then for a second.
Well, to give the devil his due, there have been a number of performers in ring over the years who have started off with a chip on their shoulder, an attitude, whatever you want to call it, and they have learned a degree of humility as time has passed. Now, I'm not suggesting that Jody Fleisch might be the one to teach me humility, That would have been a good way to start. Oh, beautiful deep arm drag.
I think he is teaching Gabriel Kidd to maybe focus on his strengths, because when the pace picked up there, it was always a losing battle, I think, for Gabriel Kidd to try and hang in there with Jody Fleisch. And that is the end result. Both of these guys, they need to be thinking a little bit about pacing themselves, because Lucas Steele, the third man in Block B, obviously awaits both of them, and if you've got nothing left in the tank against the standout, you are in big, big trouble.
Well, Lucas Steele is as much of a monster in this block as Doering is in Block A. So, when he makes his presence felt, both of these guys, they need to be maintaining cardiovascular control right now. I know that probably makes no sense as a phrase, but you know what I'm meaning.
Kidd with the lariat, the clothesline, snapping the neck of Fleisch backwards over the top rope, bit of a whiplash effect there.
Oh, that was uncalled for.
You see what I mean? You thought I was being harsh.
Well, I mean, I've had experience of Gabriel Kidd elsewhere.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
And I have found some of what he's said and what he's done questionable, but I'm willing to give every dog his day. Okay, I shouldn't have laughed at that, should I?
Well, the dog got sent out into the yard there. Here comes Fleisch on the
Phoenix!
top.
Yes!
Look at the hang time.
Oh my God!
The moonsault off the top rope. Incredible athleticism from Jody Fleisch.
My personal opinion, the referee should have stopped the count there. It was interrupted by actions from Gabriel Kidd. I'm not questioning the referee. I'm simply stating my opinion on the matter. The referee is the ultimate authority.
Fleisch has been perched on the top turnbuckle here by Kidd, and it may be a case of out of the frying pan into the fire when Fleisch got back into the ring, rather, because look at this. Kidd is setting up for a superplex.
I would say this is more a case of what's good for the goose is good for the gander. This is not Gabriel Kidd's wheelhouse. This is Fleisch's area of expertise. Fleisch managed to fight his way out of it.
Kidd may be about to find that out the hard way. The headbutt almost sent Kidd into the ring, and finally he does go. And that is a bad place for Gabriel Kidd to land, because look at this. Jody Fleisch taking up to the top turnbuckle here. Fleisch in the penthouse, looking down on Gabriel Kidd. Fleisch maybe seconds away here.
Oh!
Shooting star. Kidd moved and Fleisch adjusted in mid-air.
Solo Spanish fly!
The cover from Fleisch to defeat the young bull. Kidd kicks out on two.
That was ridiculous. There were people off to my left who, when they saw that solo Spanish fly, jumped in their seats and were just completely gobsmacked.
Kidd kicked out, but I don't know how much energy Kidd has left, and if Fleisch heads up to the top again, which it looks like he's doing, then this could be the exclamation point.
How much of that kick out was instinct, though?
But you know what? I think Fleisch may be looking for that Phoenix DDT. And this really
Kidd's
would
back
be
to
the
his
end.
feet.
Here it comes. Can he get it? Couldn't get it.
Nope.
Lost his balance in midair as the boot to the face from Gabriel Kidd. The brainbuster from Kidd. Right on the back of the neck of Jody Fleisch. Kidd to win it. No.
But Kidd straight back in. Smells blood in the water. Goes for it. Powerbomb. Sits it out.
On the cover from Gabriel Kidd to defeat Jody Fleisch. Fleisch gets out.
I have no idea how close the referee's hand was to the mat.
We'll talk about the Phoenix, Jody Fleisch. His chances of staying in this tournament, staying in this match, rose from the ashes there.
I'm going to go back to what I said earlier on, or rather what you said earlier on, though. He is the smallest man in the contest, the lightest. Therefore, a high-impact move like that, he can recover from far quicker. And Scotty! And that's it. Gabriel Kidd's down.
You're right, he recovered quickly. In fact, he's going up top again. Jody Fleisch looking to succeed where last time he failed off the top turnbuckle. There's the shooting star. The cover from Fleisch. He's got two, and he's got three. Fleisch defeats Kidd. My goodness, this tournament so far. Jody Fleisch victorious over Gabriel Kidd. 2 points to the Phoenix to kickstart B-Block.
I don't know about you. I think I need a stiff drink after that one.
Pace yourself. We're just getting started. And Jody Fleisch is just getting started as well. The question now for Fleisch, of course, is can he recuperate sufficiently to face the monstrous Lucas Steele later on. Fleisch with his hand raised in victory by our referee, and that is wildly disappointing, obviously, for Gabriel
Experts
Kidd.
in the UK feel has an incredibly bright future in this industry.
Steele already beat Kidd in his Block B match in impressive order.
I have never seen anybody put so much into a lariat. Oh! Pancake City.
And now, maybe time for the standout powerbomb from Lucas Steele. Yes,
What
it
goes
is.
up must come down.
What a powerbomb from Steele. The cover, Gabriel Kidd is out cold, and Lucas Steele's plan has worked. Ishikawa going to pick up Doering, I should say. Take a run up here.
Oh!
Knee right into the heart of Doering. The cover to get his first 2 points. But no, Doering keeps himself in the tournament by about a quarter of a second.
Those knee strikes that he's taking, though, I'm surprised they haven't caved in his sternum. And how is Ishikawa gods? Oh!
Nailed it.
That was a giant driver. We're done.
The giant driver from Ishikawa, the cover, and we are done. You are right. Ishikawa, your winner. A deeply cynical, cunning, some would say malevolent force in British wrestling.
From the East Riding of Yorkshire, he is the professional Nathan Cruz.
But whatever else you would say about Nathan Cruz, you would have to agree when he says that from head to toe, he is a pro.
He is one of the most technically gifted, proficient individuals in ring in the UK at this time. He's also possibly one of the most cerebral.
And he has a permanent chip on his shoulder, it seems to me. He seems to think wherever he goes, he doesn't get the respect that someone of his standing, his stature deserves. I was speaking to him earlier today, which was deeply unpleasant, and he said that his opponent tonight, being from Germany, known for his technical wrestling skills, he sees that as personally insulting, because to him, it is Britain where technical wrestling is at its best. So for a German to come over here and to claim that he is a technical wrestling expert is something that Cruz very emphatically wants to disprove tonight.
Well, Cruz is entitled to have an opinion. We are all entitled to have opinions, but an individual's ignorance is not equal to facts. I will agree that, yes, British wrestling by and large, snake pit style, the catch as catch can style, is traditionally seen as being a British school of wrestling, and our technical wrestlers have gone the world over. But it's not unique to the UK.
And introducing his opponent.
Smoking kills, but Bobby Guns is a killer.
From Bremen, Germany, he is the king of smoke style, Bobby Guns.
And that smoke you see behind him is just a small fraction of the smoke that he produces on a daily basis, the king of smoke style. And one of the best in Europe by virtue of the fact that he is the unified world wrestling champion over at WXW. Bobby Guns makes his Wrestlegate debut.
Well, the audience has already made up their mind who it is that they're going to cheer for tonight. And I'm sorry, it's not the man who's currently in ring.
Nathan Cruz has made his disdain for Wrestlegate Pro fans known on numerous occasions. So
He's made his disdain for Wrestlegate fans and Wrestlegate Pro in general known without even entering the building. Let's be honest about it.
it could be only the second time we've seen Cruz inside a Wrestlegate Pro ring, but he seems to have been very much involved in the antics of Lucas Steele in the past few months as well.
Yeah.
Cruz, to use the word you use, cerebral. That's exactly what Cruz is, always thinking 2 or 3 moves ahead, 2 or 3 shows ahead to where he'd like to be. But look at him, look at the anger. Look at the disdain on Cruz's face, just at the sound of the crowd cheering for someone else.
Well, referee is calling for a show of sportspersonship.
Yeah, good luck.
Now, if Cruz really wants to be an ambassador for the British style, then yeah, good man.
Kind of a handshake, I guess. Bell rings are underway. This is, of course, non-tournament action. Tonight in the Emerald Grand Prix, we still have the final matches from A Block and B Block to come, both of which will be decisive, given how results went earlier in the evening. But right now, it is England versus Germany, two men who both fancy themselves, as we said, as technical wrestlers. We're seeing some of those skills from Bobby Guns in the opening seconds here.
Yeah, the question I find myself asking, though, is yes, technical wrestling, that's going to be the meat and potatoes of this match, no two ways about it. But just as an aside, quickly, compare the size, the build of Bobby Guns to Nathan Cruz. Nathan, I'm saying, has probably been hitting the gym quite a bit lately. He's
not just lately. I mean, he's had that kind of physique for much of his career. He is absolutely dedicates himself not just to these few minutes a night where he's in the ring, but he's in the gym day in, day out. His nutrition is second to none. Again, you might not like the guy, but he is very much dedicated to his craft.
Would it be fair to say he's a professional?
Indeed.
Indeed, yes. But he does have the size advantage here. He does have the strength advantage here. Now, the question is whether Bobby Guns, is his technical finesse enough to give him the edge here? You know, small guy can beat a big guy. There's no two ways about it. But is that going to be enough at this time? As you've already said, Mr. Cruz has a bit of a chip on his shoulder.
Yeah, you were saying?
Yeah, he's got a bit of a chip on his shoulder. I wonder, is that going to flare up? And I don't mean that in a Rick sense. I'm meaning, is that going to become an issue? At some point, is he going to feel that he's been out-techniqued? Like now, for instance.
Good question. I mean, will Cruz get overly frustrated? Will that cause him to make a mistake if he does feel like he's being embarrassed here by Guns? Guns trying to stomp on the elbow, and lucky for Cruz, he got out of the way.
That could have been a dislocated elbow, fractured wrist. I wanted to say ulnar, but I'm not too sure if that is the bone in the arm or not.
Should pay more attention in biology class, young man. Grab the leg, and Cruz is trying to find away from that ankle. Look at that twist on the ankle from Bobby Guns.
Oh, this time he gets it.
Man. That could be it. That could be it, because if Nathan Cruz has a broken ankle, if he can't stand up, how's he going to compete against Bobby Guns?
It doesn't even need to be broken, though. All he needs to have done there is tweaked or ruptured the tendons.
Cruz is infuriated. Cruz is absolutely livid with Bobby Guns.
Oh!
Guns takes him down by the elbow again. This time he's going to try
and he gets it.
Gets it.
Didn't get all of it.
Got some of it, though, and he's already done the same to the ankle, so Bobby Guns is dismantling Nathan Cruz systematically at the moment.
Question, it's not something I've ever really noticed before. Is Nathan Cruz left-handed or right-handed?
Cruz will tell you he's both-handed.
I asked that because it is the left side of Cruz that Guns is focused on, with the ankle and the wrist.
And the optimus hold now from Bobby Guns, as Cruz is having to carry the entire weight of his opponent to get to the ropes, and that will have expended an inordinate amount of energy for Nathan Cruz.
And a big knee, upside of the chin.
Well, Cruz catches him though. Cruz catches him with the shoulders down for two.
Oh! And there was nothing technical about that. That was an elbow to the jaw.
Yeah, right in the mouth of Bobby Guns. Might make it harder for him to smoke for a couple of days. Back elbow from Guns. I think that annoys Cruz as well. You know, the fact that Guns smokes means that Cruz thinks he's in some way a lesser athlete than him. Cruz just has this superiority complex.
When it comes to smoking, I got two words for you. Shinya Hashimoto. End of.
Cover and 2 count for Guns, who floated over into that pin. No wasted motion whatsoever from the King of Smoke style.
Well, maybe his smoking actually is to the benefit because, you know, lowered lung capacity, he has to make better use of what breath he can take. I'm spitballing here, I don't mean it. I'm a reformed smoker, I hate all smokers, obviously.
Bobby Guns is up on the top turn.
Whoa.
Yeah, Cruz trying to use the referee as a human shield. Referee, to his credit, having none of it. Guns got caught by Cruz and dropped through first over the top rope. There's a neck breaker from Cruz.
God damn.
The cover from the professional to defeat the unified World Wrestling Champion of WXW, but he somehow was able to escape the pin and stay in the match. Cruz, though, in control.
I have to question, if Cruz has got this issue with, someone coming over here claiming to be a technical wrestler, draping your opponent over the rope and then sitting on them. That's not really what I would consider technical wrestling. And after trying to use a referee as a human shield,
well, look, he's not exactly the most self-aware man, Nathan Cruz. Let's put it politely.
Yeah, let's not go there, okay?
Face first, though, goes Guns into that turnbuckle. You were talking about that turnbuckle pad earlier. I think it's still a little low. Guns may have gone into an unprotected turnbuckle pad, at least slightly there. Here comes Cruz with the suplex.
Oh, yes, and he floats over, hooks the leg.
Cover from Cruz for a 2 count. It's definitely the professional who has been the aggressor in these past few minutes.
I'm going to take you back, though, to my earlier comment. The extra body mass he's carrying, all the effort that he's putting in, at some point, the tank is going to start going into the red. Bobby Guns, he's carrying less mass. He may be taking a shellacking at the moment, but as we saw earlier, smaller guy, he can recover quicker.
I mean, if you're relying on Nathan Cruz's conditioning to be a weakness, I think you might be waiting a long time.
Okay, yeah, I'll take that as a valid point. That's the valid rebuttal.
Cruz is the uppercut. One back from Bobby Guns on the outside. Referee has a count going up to 5. Remember, it's a 20 count here. As Guns with another uppercut. Cruz is trying to escape the young German, who's still in his mid-20s, is Bobby Guns.
Both men back in the ring. It's Guns who's back at the vertical base first, though. He should be getting in there.
He's getting in there now. He's going to send Cruz to the ropes with a counter from Cruz.
Oh!
Big knee right into the jaw.
If Bobby Guns had just committed sooner, that the outcome there might have been completely different.
Yeah, it's a seconds of hesitation could change everything here, and that may be what happened to Guns, I think.
Oh!
Knee right. Head can
Back of
rattle
the
your
head.
brain.
Yeah, just...
Goes to the front face on here, trying to pick Guns up. What's he looking for? Cruz trying for something. Guns is battling away to try and free himself. Cruz maybe trying to lift him up.
Sleeper.
Here we go. The sleeper from Bobby Guns.
And the rope break. Guns, though, breaks it straight. Oh, beautiful knee lift.
Right into the face of Nathan Cruz. Cruz is stunned. Can Guns capitalize? Guns off the ropes a second time. The PK. Running kick right into the chest of Nathan Cruz. Cruz is reeling.
Guns backed into the corner.
Charges
yes.
forearm first into the face of Cruz. The German suplex now is Guns. Cruz goes behind. Crawls back underneath. A full Nelson from Bobby Guns. And now the German suplex right on the back of the head of Cruz.
Releases it. Allows Cruz to roll through the corner. Runs in himself. Delivers a forearm shot. Now he's going to go up to the top. Got a long way to go, though. Cruz is 3/4 the way across the ring.
Cruz doesn't know where Guns is, and that's the key point for Guns.
Oh!
Guns gave Cruz both barrels there. The cover from Guns.
Oh!
Now he's looking for the leg bar. Cruz not allowing that to happen. Cruz very, very quickly was in a state of panic there, getting into the ropes.
Another German suplex. This time he holds it, bridges out.
The cover for Guns, and the German suplex doesn't get it done for the King of Smoke style.
What is going to be going through Nathan Cruz's head right now? He has just eaten 2 suplexes, pretty much back to back. He's been on the receiving end of at least 1 pinfall attempt, a submission attempt, which he only got out of by virtue of being too close to the ropes.
I think Cruz maybe underestimated Bobby Guns a little bit. He's finding out just how talented this young man is. He's Guns is manipulating those fingers of Cruz.
Oh! Nathan Cruz will not be playing the piano tonight. Ow!
Now what?
That looks like it's a reversed armbar.
Yeah, I think that's Cruz. Cruz is he trying to doing for the armbar was Guns, but Cruz got out of it. He gets pushed away. Cruz looking for the show stolen. Guns pushes to the rope there, clothesline.
Beautifully done.
Guns with Cruz in the corner, charges in. Cruz throws him away. He lands face first, middle of the ring.
Bobby Guns just got pancaked. 10 feet up, all the way back down, express elevator.
Those eyes have glazed over from Bobby Guns, and that won't help. Cruz will send himself rather to the ropes. Guns with another one of those uppercuts.
Bobby Guns thinks this is the end. Cruz catches him.
The slingshot into the suplex from Cruz.
Pinfall attempt, deep hook of the legs.
It's not enough.
Two counts.
Yeah, the kick out.
Oh, wait.
Crossface, going for the crossface, trying to get that arm of Bobby Guns. Guns is too near the bottom rope, and Cruz will have to adjust his plans.
Position is everything.
Bobby Guns was lucky that he found himself close to the ropes, close enough to prevent Cruz from being able to connect really with that crossface, didn't get it locked in. Now Guns trying to find some kind of foothold here as Cruz, he is so tenacious, like a pit bull when he gets the advantage, is Nathan Cruz. It's another uppercut from Guns. He's done uppercut multiple times to great effect. That's why he keeps going back to it, because it's obviously rattling Cruz whenever he uses it. Cruz a little slow with the right hand.
Another German!
I mean, he's at 3 now from Bobby Guns.
Yep. 2 released, 1 held on and bridged. Both men slow to make it back to the vertical base. Guns is up first. Looks like he's signaling for another European uppercut. Cruz backing himself into the corner.
Here comes Guns, another uppercut in the corner. Cruz, if he didn't have the turnbuckles there, I think he would have crumpled to the canvas. Oh! Boot to the face from Guns. Now Guns to the ropes. Cruz catches him, Insiguri. The Insiguri, and now Cruz on the shoulders is Guns. Going to show stolen, a counter by Guns. The armbar.
Yeah, he's got a Fujiwara. Is that a full Fujiwara?
Calls it the swish armbar. The swish armbar from Bobby Guns.
Oh, he's got it locked in. He's got it locked in.
His whole body weight pressing down that left shoulder as well. Cruz with no option here. Nathan Cruz, he's going to have to tower roll down.
Whoa, he rolled. How the hell did he roll through?
What a counter. Russian leg sweep. Oh, roll through. Look at that for a roll through. Nathan Cruz, now he's got the crossface. Guns with nowhere to go. Crossface, tap out, and Nathan Cruz wins it.
And your winner, Nathan Cruz.
That was impressive. That was impressive. The way Nathan Cruz rolled through into that crossface, cinched it backwards, absolutely ruthlessly. Bobby Guns with absolutely no option, nowhere to go. He had to tap out.
He calls himself the standout. Me personally,
He is the standout, Lucas Steele.
I would call him an opportunist.
Whatever you want to call him, he already has 2 points in the bank, and he did it with the shortest time expended of anyone in their first match. So Lucas Steele, you're quite right, I think he is an opportunist. He took advantage of the fact that Gabriel Kidd had already had a match when Steele came out here, but that does mean he has definitely more gas left in the tank than just about anybody else still in this tournament.
Personally, I think he's going to need it, as I alluded to previously. He's the biggest man in this particular block, and he's going up against the lightest man in this block.
This is Jody Fleisch.
Now, Jody Fleisch has been around the block plenty of times. He has wrestled men of all sizes and shapes. What does Fleisch need to do? Is it a case of he uses that speed, he tries to wear out the big man early? Is that his only hope? If this match goes longer, does that favour Fleisch? If this one goes shorter, then Lucas Steele can catch him early and end it.
The Phoenix, hit and run, hit and run, hit and run.
But see, this is my point about Fleisch, right? Fleisch is the smaller man. Normally, if he finds himself in a situation against a much bigger opponent, that's what he'd do. He'd do rope-a-dope, right? He would try and wear out the big man, try and extend the match as long as possible, and get that stamina advantage. But as you say, he won't have that this time because Steele had less time in the ring earlier. So what do you do? What's plan B if you're Jody Fleisch?
Hire an army? Obviously, no, you can't do that. I think he's just got to find a weakness, a chink in the armor. Take out the man's legs.
You only take one moment of power from Lucas Steele to win it. He had Fleisch briefly on his shoulders there. If he did a power slam, you've got to think that could have been over early. It could still be over early because Steele with the fall-away slam.
And that just rocked Fleisch in his socks.
Worst possible start, I think, for Fleisch. An avalanche in the corner as well from Steele to follow up. Oh, he's a beast. Absolute beast is Lucas Steele. This could be over in a matter of seconds, and Fleisch kicked out on 2.
I mean, he's not known for going in with bigger men. I mean, he has a history of being possibly the ultimate British cruiserweight. But he can fight, and he can punch above his weight.
I mean, he's fought heavyweights. He's a 2-time British heavyweight champion in FWA back in the day, and he's not just a cruiserweight wrestler, you know. He's able to compete against everyone. You're seeing it here because he just sent Steele to the outside.
Oh, yes.
With Jody Fleisch. Fleisch's best moment of the match so far. Can he get the advantage here?
Oh!
Yes, he can!
High risk, high reward.
Fleisch getting the crowd behind him. Steele now back in the ring. Fleisch joins him.
Oh! Whoa, whoa!
Misses time and time again. Look at the speed, look at the agility, the reflexes of Jody Fleisch.
That is half man, half cat! And unfortunately, that's one of his 9 lives.
Fleisch to the ropes.
Oh, yes!
Hurricane Rana from Fleisch.
Beautiful.
Could have lost all the way to the other lives there if that had been a powerbomb, but Fleisch was able to convert it into the Hurricane Rana. Here he comes!
Oh!
Swatted in midair like a fly. Bicycle kick doesn't hit.
Yes!
The super kick from Fleisch does.
And there was enough behind it to drop Steele.
Knee right into the abdomen from Steele to Fleisch. Fleisch will back with lands on his feet. Drop kick.
Yes!
Unpredictable is Jody Fleisch. Every bit as great as he was in those early 2000s when he won all those championships. Steele is struggling to maintain his balance, perched upon that top turnbuckle, and that is not the most comfortable part of town for someone the size of Steele.
I think it's about to become a whole lot less comfortable. Fleisch has got himself up onto the top floor. Steele trying to fight it off, slaps the short ribs.
Fleisch again lands on his feet.
Oh!
And Steele brought off the top.
Got just enough contact around the ears. Somebody grabs one of those. I don't matter how you're
This
going
could do
for
it. This could do it for Fleisch. No. Jody Fleisch, a 1/10 of a second away from winning B block.
How galling would that have been for Lucas Steele, though? Someone claps you around the ears and gets a pinfall out of it. Oh, yeah, galling.
Yeah, I think Steele is enraged now. Steele, the powerbomb, the standout powerbomb from Steele. What's he doing?
He's set up for choke slam.
The choke slam.
Oh!
Sit out choke slam from Steele. The cover from Lucas Steele, and Lucas Steele is your winner of B block.
And your winner, Lucas Steele.
Lucas Steele wins B block, advances to the championship match in October, and that means there is only one more obstacle remaining between Lucas Steele and championship gold.
For Rev Pro and progress over the last 2 years, and he's really starting to break through as a must-watch talent.
And Callum is, of course, the 16-year-old wrestler we chose for the first ever WrestleTalk Scholarship Award, and he's improving more and more every match.
they go up against the just as athletic team addicted to adrenaline, made up of Joe Lando and Harrison Bourne.
Or Bad has an opinion about the OJMO.
Okay. You've sold me on it. I'm going to pay attention to him. In amongst the flashes as they fly around the ring. For those who are unfamiliar with tag team matches here in Wrestlegate Pro Wrestling, as Jada did state during the introductions, this will be important to Lucha rules. So no tag is necessary. One of your teammate goes out of the ring. You are legal to come in, and there is, of course, the 20 count on the outside. We've had the handshakes.
It's going to be Callum Newman who's going to start things out for the front line. It's Daredevil Harrison Bourne for A2A. This will be quite the start. These two clashed repeatedly in that match we were talking about at Open Gate in January. Bourne, wrist lock to start.
Yeah, wrist control into an arm wringer.
Newman with the counter. By the way, talking up OJMO, but let's not discount Callum Newman as well. He's had a hell of a 2019, the recipient of the Wrestle Talk Scholarship. Which is awarded to one of the most, whoever's deemed the most promising young talent in the country, and that is the good people at Wrestle Talk have deemed Callum Newman to be. Certainly a hot prospect here in British wrestling.
It was a very bored field as well, if I recall, for that. There are a lot of people who were up for that particular award.
This pace quickening now between Callum Newman and Harrison Bourne. Double drop kicks. Goodness me.
These are young men who know each other well. They have maybe shared one or two training sessions alongside of one another.
Callum Newman is the youngest man in the match. He is, say man, he's 16 years of age still is Newman. And A2A, both of them 19.
So that's Joe Lando's coming on one side, and that's OJMO on the other. I have to ask this because nobody's been able to tell me yet. What does OJMO stand for?
It's one of the great mysteries of the year 2019.
Okay. We will send an investigative journalist to find out later on if we can.
OJMO for that half grab. He is the master of the half grab. Most vicious half grab you'll ever see from OJMO. He gets it locked in, but Lando trying to ensure that's not an option.
Oh, nice float over into an enziguri.
OJMO didn't know where he was. He ended up eating turnbuckle there. Lando with the run up. Running uppercut. Drop kick right in the corner. A snapmare takedown. It's Lando planning here. Lando with the standing moonsault.
Nicely done.
On OJMO, the cover from Lando and a kick out on 2 from OJMO. Again, Lucha rules here, so Harrison Bourne running into the ring. A double hip toss, technically that's still illegal because Lando didn't leave the ring, but
yeah,
the referee's going to be lenient here.
Yeah.
Tripping as a miscue there between OJMO and Callum Newman. A little bit of naivety maybe from Newman.
Oh, beautiful senton.
Off the shoulders of Bourne comes Lando.
Yes, nicely done.
Now Bourne leaping over the top. Landed hard on top of Callum Newman for a 2 count.
Did he actually twist around so he landed chest to chest?
Yeah, the rules of gravity don't seem to apply to the Daredevil.
Oh
my God. So he got some force behind that chop, did Harrison Bourne. Knocks him down. Newman is down to cover by Bourne. Looks to the leg for a 2 count.
Noticeable by his absence around the ring at this time, OJMO.
OJMO has said that the aim for him in 2019 is to be everywhere, destination everywhere, as he says. This is his first time in Wrestlegate Pro, but yeah, he is AWOL at the moment. Newman is in there battling A2A on his own. Bourne goes in, Newman escapes, dodges both members of Addicted to Adrenaline. Can't do it the second time though. Here comes Bourne off the second turnbuckle, a double foot stomp.
Is that enough?
The cover from Lando. Lando's a legal man, and a kick out on 2 from Callum Newman. Harrison Bourne back in.
Now they are playing slightly fast and loose with lucha rules with regards to tags and the like. The referee is counting though.
The referee is at least paying attention to those rules. It's a backcracker. Now, OJMO, there he is.
Oh, that could have been all kinds of nasty.
Smart move from OJMO. Obviously declared himself the leader of this team. He holds Lando in place for Callum Newman.
And then he gets out of dodge as everything crashes and burns.
Now he's coming to pick the bones, is OJMO. He's got Lando, throwing Lando back into the ring. Axe kick, back of the heel. Comes down on Lando, the cover from OJMO, another 2 count. A2A are in some trouble here. See, forearm across the face of Lando, does OJMO. Newman tags himself in. They're keeping Lando isolated in the blue corner here.
Good, sound tag team strategy, cut the ring in half. That said though, I mean, it's not as if Lando has got anywhere he can go right now. The Daredevil is still down on the floor on the outside. He finally makes his way back up.
Callum Newman is, of course, he stares at Harrison Bourne. He's part of that Young Lions program in front line that has been helping train the next generation of athletes under the tutelage of Will Ospreay, among others.
Oh!
Chops from Joe Lando.
Yeah, Kojima was very happy with that. Have some bread.
The cover from Newman. Lando had to kick out, and Bourne for a moment thought that could have been it. Bourne was leaping to his partner's defense, but fortunately for him, Lando kicked out anyway.
So another tag has been made. OJMO is officially the legal man for his team. Callum Newman, however, is not leaving the ring yet.
OJMO's directing traffic here, though. There's a tilt well into the backbreaker. Didn't get quite as much of it as he wanted. He holds him in place. Now, though!
Oh, God, guillotined him.
OJMO drops the knee. Lando could be out of it here, and kick out by Lando. Lando trying to stretch for Bourne in the corner. OJMO taunting Harrison Bourne.
But whilst he's doing it, he's maintaining control.
Comes a tag to Newman. And considering Newman and OJMO have never tagged before, there is some real tag team synergy between these two.
Well, that's one of those things that does happen occasionally where you find people who've not had that ring experience together and something just clicks. It's very nice to see. I'm just slightly miffed that OJMO doesn't seem to be in the...
Great stuff from Lando. Took out both men at the same time. The senton across the back of Newman. Drop kick to OJMO. Chance maybe for Lando to make a much needed tag to Harrison Bourne.
3 men down, referee counting. Tag is made.
Here comes Bourne. Harrison Bourne, the clothesline takes down Newman.
Takes down OJMO.
He beat OJMO to the punch there.
Super kick.
Yeah, Bourne is just a step ahead of both members of the front line.
Oh!
Sends Newman's
friendly fire.
Yeah, feet into the head of OJMO. Would have been like a matador there.
Oh, reverse 619.
Back of the heel of Bourne catches the face of Newman. Harrison Bourne with the cutter drops him on his head. Goodness me. Such innovative offense from the Daredevil.
I was just thinking, do I call that innovative or do I call that lethal? Damn.
Well, why is it an either or? Harrison Bourne, so impressive.
Yeah, that was an absolutely beautiful sequence. So both of Team Frontline on the outside.
Lando
goes up, over.
Moonsault. Newman got the worst of it. OJMO is going to get quickly back to his feet, but Lando won't give him any chance to recuperate. Lando now with both Newman and OJMO holding them in position, but look, here comes Harrison Bourne, taken to the skies! And he takes down both members of the front line.
That was do or die material.
Bourne motioning to Lando. They're going to focus on OJMO here. Again, under Lucha rules, by being in the ring, he is the legal man for his team, is OJMO.
They hang him up. They super kick him to the back of the head. Daredevil comes in. Backcracker.
They tried this earlier.
Oh!
Moonsault! Right across the abdomen, the midsection of OJMO. The double pin attempt. And he caught him. There's a senton by Callum Newman. I don't know if the shoulder went up before that or not, but either way, the senton right into the lower back, the small of the back of Lando, I think that was. Both, or rather all four men, now down in the middle of the ring.
I think that was as much referee self-preservation as anything else. You see that movement out of the corner of your eye, you got to get out of the way. I'm not going to fault anyone for that.
Whoever gets to their feet first may have the decisive advantage in this tag team match.
And that would be Joe Lando. OJMO is up. The Air Devil is up. Cal Newman's up.
Stalemate.
Okay, that's one super kick.
Maybe checkmate.
Oh, God, that hurts.
Me. Harrison Bourne, what an impact into the face of OJMO.
Oh!
Newman caught the back of the head of Bourne. OJMO again directing traffic. And the knee into the temple of Harrison Bourne.
Oh!
Dropkick sends Lando out. Running shooting star from Callum Newman. And kick out by Bourne. Another spectacular outing for these young men. Still not done. OJMO and Callum Newman continuing to have a discussion. Fireman's carry from OJMO. Newman gets him in position. Oh, the counter from Bourne, and Newman struck OJMO.
Beautiful double leg head scissors through Callum Newman into a spear into his own partner.
Bourne leaps
Step
off
up.
the leg.
Oh, destroyer!
Canadian destroyer from Harrison Bourne using Callum Newman's leg as a launch pad.
That was almost a Shining Wizard. Damn.
Bourne runs in,
over.
Backdrop onto the apron. And then Newman, what's he thinking here? Callum Newman, you see those cogs are turning.
Deadlift.
He can't do that. He can't do that from there. Callum Newman looking for an elevated deadlift German suplex. Now
that
what?
hook kick court.
Bourne on the top rope.
Oh my God!
Goodness me, the Spanish fly off the second rope. Are you joking me? Are you joking me? Harrison Bourne.
Oh my God! OJMO is about to. Oh my God!
Reverse Rana on the ring apron. Take a bow, Harrison Bourne. Goodness me.
Solo Spanish fly from the second rope. Poison runner on the ring apron. Joe Lando was the only man standing by the referee.
And Lando's not just standing, he's standing on the top turnbuckle. Callum Newman lying prone, middle of the ring.
Thinks.
Shooting star!
Hits it!
The shooting star press from Joe Lando.
Harrison Bourne trying to get him in position.
Oh my God! OJMO, roll up! Roll up! He got him! He got him! OJMO stole it!
That was beautiful.
And your winner, the team of Callum Newman and the OJMO.
That is what we call daylight robbery.
Oh, hells yeah. We got CCTV footage. We got the neighbors witnessed it. And still, they just walked out of there with a victory.
We called him brash. That was brashness in the extreme. The audacity of OJMO to sneak in with the roll-up when it looked to all the world that A2A had this tag team match won. OJMO and Callum Newman living up to the hype as they win a phenomenal tag team match tonight here in Nottingham.
Introducing first.
Well, he's had the longest time to rest of anyone, and he is quite possibly the most respected heavyweight in all of British wrestling. Can Rampage Brown get it done here in this last match?
This is Rampage Brown.
I'm trying to think of words to do justice to what this match will be. Hard hitting doesn't quite seem apt enough.
Once upon a time, I heard a particular song that I described as sounding like dumper trucks breakdancing. I'm gonna say, imagine dumper trucks with your funny car engines, top fuel, and are just gonna ram each other repeatedly for up to 30 minutes.
Yeah, maybe monster trucks in this case.
Oh,
Rampage Brown and Shuji Ishikawa with a spot in the first ever Wrestlegate Pro Heavyweight Championship match on the line.
And introducing his opponent. This is Shuji Ishikawa.
Well, both of these men, as we know, already have victories in the bank tonight against Joe Doering, which is no mean feat, to put it very mildly. Rampage Brown against the former Triple Crown heavyweight champion of All Japan Pro Wrestling, Shuji Ishikawa. This, my friends, is a main event.
throughout the night, we have members of the frontline roster who have been greasing the eyebrows, making sure that any blows there don't accidentally open things up. Our Vaseline person took one look at these two behemoths and said, "No thanks, I'm out of here."
Notice Yuki Lee, once again, our guest referee, just as she was for the earlier Ishikawa match against Doering. Rampage Brown, still undefeated here in Wrestlegate Pro. Obviously got that win over Doering earlier tonight, but also back in May had his debut here against Shigeru Irie. What a match that was. Rampage, in some ways, was the underdog in that one because he'd already lost to Irie twice elsewhere. But the third time of asking, he got it done here in this very room.
And now this is just, it's monster trucks playing chicken and not backing down.
Shoulder block after shoulder block, both men using the ropes for momentum. But what did we learn there? Absolutely nothing about who is more likely to win this match.
I mean, Rampage Brown, he's in this situation where he is not used to generally being the smaller man in ring, but he knows how to
goes
use
down
guns.
though.
Yes.
And that is, in many ways, first blood to Rampage. If you're Lucas Steele, if you're standout Lucas Steele watching this, do you have a preference? Would you rather face Rampage Brown? Would you rather face Ishikawa?
Okay, my answer to that is, have you seen Ishikawa's back? Have you seen the keloid scarring on there? This is a man who knows pain. This is a man who has been through the mill. If I'm Lucas Steele, my response is, hell no, I don't want anything of that man. I want Rampage. Oh my God! Ooh. Did you just see that?
Well, when you see moves like that, I understand your point, but I mean, Steele, either opponent for Lucas Steele will be the biggest test of that young man's career so far. We talked about the respect that Rampage has, and that respect is hard earned. So, Rampage!
Oh, under the apron.
Rampage incredibly hard to beat, but he may have just got slightly easier to beat for Ishikawa because Rampage may have been knocked out there.
Oh,
big
did he
Japanese competitor just dropped the knee.
I don't think he dropped the knee. I think that was a double stomp. Again,
stomp?
from where we are, that's blind side of the ring. We cannot see it directly. You probably got a much better view of that, and I really don't want to see that on playback.
Whichever way you shape it, that's 280 pounds coming off the ring apron on top of you. Now Ishikawa pick Rampage up. Rampage has so much fight in him. That is part of what has made Rampage so seemingly invincible so often in British wrestling, is his tenacity as much as his strength.
In a lot of instances, the only way to beat Rampage Brown has, and this is no hyperbole, people, to hospitalize the man.
You almost have to knock him unconscious to keep those shoulders down for 3 seconds. Ishikawa apparently more than happy to oblige.
Do you think maybe he's got an earpiece in and he can hear what we're saying?
No, I'm not sure he needs telling. I'm sure Ishikawa has plenty of background intelligence on Rampage Brown.
Well, as I said, as you said, he's one of the most respected individuals in the UK wrestling scene. He's got one of the most storied careers. You know, you can look at practically any video-on-demand service in Europe, and he's all over it. And at the moment, he's all over Ishikawa's chest. And as I say that, the big knee comes in.
Ishikawa giving as good as he gets, and this is, of course, the second time tonight that Rampage has found himself in the unusual position of being the smaller man in a match. Ishikawa standing atop Rampage there, forcing the air out of the body. Man from Leeds. What an international grouping this Block A has been. From the UK, Japan, and the United States. What a night it's been as well. The Emerald Grand Prix has lived up to the hype.
And it's just solid strike after strike after strike by Ishikawa.
Rampage's internal organs must be wondering what on earth is happening.
His liver is now jelly.
Trauma
His
after
kidneys
trauma.
are now ice cream. He's become a dessert. On into the turnbuckle. Whipped across.
Maybe a dessert is an apt analogy right now. At the moment, Ishikawa is devouring Rampage Brown. Second turnbuckle. Ishikawa. And a double foot stomp. Right deep into the chest of Rampage Brown. Ishikawa was a second away from winning A block.
That's a 280, 300-pound man who just stomped across the pectoral region of a man lying on the mat.
Rampage got out, but I don't know how much is left because Ishikawa's going to try and pick him up. Going to look.
Oh God, has he got it? Has he got it? No, he hasn't.
Look at that giant driver and
Yeah.
Rampage got out of it.
Oh my God!
Kick. What a height
How
from
high
Rampage.
did Rampage get that?
He's got him right in the face. 6'8", 2
Yeah.
meters.
And this is what I alluded to in his first match. There are moments where you think, what can he do? And he pulls out something you'd expect from a cruiserweight. He doesn't do it often, but when he does, damn, does he make it count. Runs in with just a huge meat hook of a lariat.
Again and again and again and again for Rampage Brown.
Rolls Ishikawa out of the corner.
So the second turnbuckle, Rampage
Oh,
shoulder
yes!
block. Big man off his feet once more.
Almost takes out the cameraman in the process. I love it. Ishikawa now rolling towards the corner. It's giving Rampage time to breathe, time to get his bearings.
You need to breathe here because, it goes without saying, but given the heat in here,
Yes.
this is two big physical frames. We've been talking about the size of some of these athletes
Yeah.
all night. And in this kind of hot, humid summer night, it is really a possibility that exhaustion becomes a major factor when you're already deep into your second match of the evening.
Rampage climbing to the top, but Ishikawa catches him there. A couple of short thrusts up into the sternum. Now Ishikawa is climbing. That's got to be, it's what, 550 pounds up there?
Yeah, that middle turnbuckle is feeling the strain. Headbutt from Ishikawa. Rampage is going to be feeling the strain if Ishikawa hits this superplex off the second
Oh my
turnbuckle,
God!
and he does. Rampage is up.
And Rampage bounces right back up. Swing, miss, suplex. Drops him on the back of his neck, and Rampage is back up again.
Got the lariat from Rampage. Both men down. How do you like Wrestlegate Pro?
Oh my God.
Wild, absolutely wild from Rampage Brown.
My goosebumps have got goosebumps. And I hope that whoever's in charge books another one of these tournaments. Damn!
Rampage, Ishikawa.
I
the
just
ring
realized.
apron.
Yeah, I just realized that they're on the apron. This does not bode well.
Yeah, that's a dangerous place to be. Put it mildly when you've got
Well, when you consider the finishes that both of these men like to employ.
two absolute behemoths laying into each other on essentially a cliff edge here.
Oh God, he's hooked up. He's trying to set him up for that giant driver.
The giant driver, maybe even a tombstone. Looks more like a. The giant driver, he got it! The giant driver! giant driver on the ring apron, for goodness sake! For goodness sake, Ishikawa!
What the actual... That was...
We might need medical help out here after that. The giant driver, the move that beat Joe Doering earlier on. This could be a count out. This could easily be a count out victory here for Ishikawa. Ishikawa could be just 15 seconds away here from winning B block and going forward to that championship match. We're up to 7. Rampage Brown barely stirring at all.
The audience is behind him, though.
They want to see these two fight all night.
I can be pedantic and say they only have 30 minutes, but damn, I know exactly what you mean.
We're up to 16, I think. Rampage only has a few seconds left to get back in. He's just about got his head inside the ring.
He got up to the apron, then dropped back down.
Can he make it back in time? He's got a half a second left. A second to go. That is all. For Rampage, that is 19 now.
That's
and now
it,
he
he's
gets in.
He's in. How did he find the wherewithal? Oh my gosh, he swings. Oh!
Dragon suplex. Dragon
And
suplex. The running knee. Rampage is unconscious. Ishikawa to win it. No, no, no.
That was a serious Wile E. Coyote moment.
Picks him up again.
That's it. And another giant driver.
Has got to do it. The cover.
Uno.
Ishikawa
Dos.
to win big. Oh my God. My God, the kick out. The kick out from Rampage Brown.
All I'm going to say is this. If doing it on the apron didn't kill him, that certainly wasn't going to. But how he still got the intestinal fortitude to continue. I have not seen Rampage Brown manhandled like this in a long, long time.
Rampage is holding on to the side headlock, trying to counter desperately here against Ishikawa.
Big knee lift.
Knees like a tree trunk going into
Oh!
the Samoan drop.
Good gravy.
The Samoan drop from Rampage. But has he got enough left to crawl over for the pin here?
I genuinely think that Samoan drop ended up sticking Ishikawa on his head and shoulder rather than his back.
Rampage crawling across to his opponent. I think he took too long. Ishikawa is back on his knees, both men on their knees. How much do these two want it? How much do they have left?
Well, they are trading big shots. Forearm after forearm after forearm. Currently, it's Ishikawa going unanswered by Rampage.
Place a top A block in the Emerald
Oh
Grand
my
Prix.
God!
On the line, Rampage found enough to suplex him again.
How did he find the energy to cycle him?
Rampage to the ropes. Lariat, but Ishikawa had the same idea. Both men hitting each other. Rampage obviously with the more force off the ropes. Oh! Caught him! He caught him! He caught him! Rampage! The cover! Will Rampage win it here? No!
That was so close.
Pile driver.
Oh God!
Can he? Can he? He
Yes!
can!
He got it!
How did he get him up? How did he get him up? The cover from Rampage, and he's won it. Rampage goes forward to the championship match.
Your A-block winner and advancing through to our championship final, Rampage Brown.
Breathtaking. Absolutely breathtaking. There is simply no other word for what we have just witnessed.
I hurt all over just from watching. The fact that Rampage Brown weathered Joe Doering and Shuji Ishikawa. Two men who literally dwarf all greats.
Now look, wait a minute. Well, there's the winner of B Block, the man who will face Rampage Brown later on this year for the chance to become the inaugural Wrestlegate Pro Heavyweight Champion. Rampage hasn't seen him yet, but Lucas Steele is out here.
We've got referees and we have got security out to keep Steele away. Rampage has seen him though.
Look at this stare down. Rampage is inviting Steele into the ring. We've got officials out here trying to keep these two men apart, but there will be nothing to keep them apart in October when they compete for that championship. Steele and Rampage with a stare down. But what's going to happen? What is going to happen when it's Rampage Brown and Lucas Steele for the Wrestlegate Pro Heavyweight Championship later on this year?